All right, look. I don't know what you heard about this show, you people that just came in. Hey, I'm talking to you. I don't know what you heard about this show. What you saw right now, not the show. That's bullshit. That's performance art bullshit. What we do at this show is we invite people onto this stage to speak freely in fucking America and say what they have to say. All right? Yeah. Okay, so if people don't agree with it, maybe, they get a little beat down in the parking lot. I have nothing to do with that. I'm not saying anything. Just saying, you say what you want to say, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from. Diversity is a strength in this country, not a weakness. By God, everyone is welcome to the Tabernacle of Hedonism, regardless of race, color, creed, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status. Everybody comes to this church. Everybody is welcome. Everybody's welcome. You understand me? Everybody, even you, are welcome here.
No more counting.
We're not fucking around.
No more
We're doing it. We're done. Fuck that. We're doing it. That's my mic drop. We're doing an open mic show here. Okay? And it's not the open mic show they do at the fucking Bull. That show, as good as it is, by the way, is Bull. We're doing University Club. Universal. Everybody can come here. That's the show we're doing.
Hey Tom, what if Hitler showed up?
Thank you, buddy.
Hitler's dead.
Yeah, but what if he showed up?
He's dead. He can stop.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will pass the bucket around. Put your money in. Just pass that around. Put your money in.
Moscow.
Not getting enough money for this show. Does anybody want to buy this painting for $10? Going, too late. That would have been worth $11 on eBay next week. Time for poetry. Ladies and gentlemen, Gainesville's most dangerous poet, the one, the only, David Moss. Give him a round of applause. Yeah, too early? You want me to stall? I can stall.
I'll see what I can do.
In the meantime, I love you all. This show's about love. Hope everybody's okay. By the way, you can also put drugs, methamphetamines, goofballs, mesothelioma, whatever you have to put in the bucket, just add it in there, no problem. Everything's great. It's going along fine. Hoyt, I'm so glad you're here. I hope we're living up to the expectations of the... Jesus Christ, really? That's what we get? Oh, I like this dice. Who gave us this die? Can you?
You have to roll it to find out.
All right.
Don't you play games? Don't you know how games work?
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away a free shot. Raise your hand if you're number one.
Yeah, I'm number one today.
You're number one.
Tails.
Number two.
Tails.
Number three.
Okay.
Number three. Number four.
Heads.
Number four. Number five. Raise your hand. Come on. If you want to drink, weren't you one of the other numbers?
I don't remember.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Number five and number six.
I'll do it.
And you're number six?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Fuck me.
Means no free break.
Yeah, jump if you...
Who's number four? You're number four? Free shot, ladies and gentlemen, for number four. Or a drink. By the way, number four,
Who's number four?
right there, one of the greatest actors in Audience, directed by Tom Miller, starring Shamrock McShane. Thank you. I'm glad you won. I'm glad you won. I got you. I know. We'll get to you in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Gainesville's most dangerous poet, the one and only David Moss. How's everybody doing?
We doing pretty good.
How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Oh, you guys are tough. Give me a number from 1 to 200. Audience participation. Number from 1 to 200.
69. 69. There's always one in the
One,
crowd.
always a number. One is the number.
Yes.
Lord. My heart is just a little tired in this thing today. Have you ever been to heaven, man? No, I didn't say that. No.
Oh.
When is the show going to start?
I'm trying to figure it out myself. Tom is really just a damn joke. That's it, the show.
Momentary distraction. Is this all there is to life?
Yeah.
I asked. She looked at me, said nothing, continued removing my shorts. She perched on top of me, her nipples firm and her mound moist and glistening in the blue light of the clock. The set gets a lot cleaner as it goes on, by the way. This is your fault. You chose this.
Mine.
I'm serious, I started again. Is this all there is to life? She
Yeah.
giggled and slid down and around my shaft, and after half an hour, we were both howling like wolves. The next day in the garage, I asked again, is this all there is to life? She only said something like, and continued to work my cock in her mouth. She peeked up for a moment with the horny glint in her eye that I had seen before. Her tongue was tingly, having just chewed a peppermint, and she kept humming a 9 Inch Nails song, I think, Head Like a Hole, until I shot off like a rocket. I didn't bring it up again for a while, at least a month. She was bent over on the breakfast table, and I was behind her, really laying into her, and asked, is this all there is to life? She said nothing, didn't even turn around. The noise of wet flesh on flesh and her piercing screams may have drowned out my words, but as we both exploded like napalm, I wondered whether I was a step ahead to have even considered this. Maybe the whole concept was beyond anyone, and I needed a new voice, needed to find a new someone, somewhere, who already understood life's most puzzling questions. She yanked her panties off my head, wiped her crotch, and looked at me with that dirty, dirty smile, and I knew the answer. I threw her onto the floor, buried my tongue in her vagina, and 45 minutes later, when my erection was once again true and good, I fucked the living shit out of her. Then we climbed onto the roof, under the light of 1,000 stars, to fuck some more. Number from 1 to 199?
198.
198? Okay. They'll all be clean after that.
I wouldn't give it that.
You're at a gay bar, it's okay.
Sometimes a butterfly flaps its wings and a man meets a woman and they fall in love. Sometimes a butterfly dries in the sky and hurricanes strike and friends lose touch. Sometimes a chrysalis forms. Sometimes a baby is born. Sometimes electrons weave and dance and someone gets a chance to reach through the ether, flex those digits, tap a friend on the shoulder. Time has a way of running in place. Space has the habit of growing old. Sometimes a face will smile forever, for that is how the mind remembers. Somewhere inside her, the life he promised keeps on. In the throes of chance, weak of snake eyes and boxcars, she clutches them in the pantry of her heart, and somehow she keeps on. Sometimes a grasshopper leaps and lands in the eye of God. Sometimes a butterfly flaps its wings. Sometimes electrons shift their spin. Sometimes a poet cries when he sings and wishes the music would never begin. But sometimes a poet sings when he cries because he knows love will never die. The number from 1 to 198. What was that? I heard a number over here. What was it?
43.
43.
Hey, 39.
No, 43.
43.
Now, is this gonna be the truth?
She says, he's stalking me here, I just know. He replies, shh, not in a public place. People will think he's crazy. She says, I'm tired of running. I hope he is here. I hope he tries something. I'll have him locked up, that motherfucker. He points and says, see that guy writing? I bet he's spilling the beans about you being short of beans. She looks over, then whispers, you know, I'm probably lots of poems, and each one I wait for what I'm supposed to feel next. A number from 1 to 197. 11.
Will there be one more? That what they said too.
The title of this is Beautiful Bitch. You love her and I love her, and you protest my love for her, and in spite of your obsession, I am meeting her tonight. That beautiful bitch, that whore we call the First Amendment, to craft messages on canvas, pine, cardboard, and sweet song, march among minions to protest your protest, when that beautiful bitch, the whore we call the First Amendment, will fist with you and scheme new ways to pound my words to grunts. Turn up right outside my place of work or worship you, spewing drunk damnation on everyone I love. For these stories, protest, my protest of your protest, your grievance, you and that beautiful bitch, the whore we call the First Amendment. Soon I shall wend my way to her, wind my mind around her, just as you and he and she and they would spend our votes in time. Since she's mine, oh hell, she's everyone's. As we lay down with wolf, she is then the lamb. She is how we paint our hair. She is every shirt we wear, every nakedness we bear. She is how we care or not care, or just wave a finger in the air, I swear. Her graffiti paints 1,000-mile stare on every beast like me, who takes her raw as words, not to mention every poem deep inside. Her beauty, and in every ugly word, who slipped from swollen lips, typed from sullen fingertips, stepped on cracks, whispered sweet everythings into chosen ears. Now by this I vow, just as you shout like a fool, and I bark back as per her rule, and you attack me in return, my passion burns with resolve, so by this I promise, my protest, of your protest, of my protest, of your protestation, of, oh, my allegiance and devotion to freedom, to express, assemble, blaspheme, turn insides to the outer, burn flags glorious in awe of that wonderful whore we call the First Amendment. On this I swear, my final prayer, as I drift off to sleep, may she return without a hitch. I'll never ditch. May she kiss my words. On her I'll never snitch. May she complain, ever honest, free as freedom asks her to be. Oh, yeah, she's a beautiful bitch. I choose the last one, dealer's choice.
Amen.
I feel like this should be your last one. I feel like I've been up here like fucking long enough.
Yeah.
Cowboy rubber. This one's for you, George O'Brien.
Thank you.
Yes. The title of this is Son of a Bitch. Charles Bukowski went to the track, lost all his cash. Let me start over. Charles Bukowski went to the track, lost all his cash, smoked and drank a little too much, was a son of a bitch, cheated on his woman, called her my woman, thought he could possess her, emotionally abused her, got kicked out of his flat, woke up in cheap motels among drifters and pimps and the neighborhood cats, took odd jobs and hated them all. Hated his father more. And when he couldn't get published, turned his stories into poems. Mostly bad poems, sounding like stories. Unrefined streams of word vomit trash that never apologized for the scumbag that he was, which appealed to working class males living a lowbrow kind of life, despite everyone knowing that he listened to Mahler and seemed to dislike jazz. Charles Bukowski went to the track again, lost all his cash again, smoked and drank too much again and again, cheated on his woman one more time, kept calling her my woman, kept trying to control her, emotionally abused her, got kicked to the curb again, was a son of a bitch, woke up in flop houses among veterans and addicts, washed dishes, pumped gas, drove trucks, stacked boxes, lacked a happy childhood because of beatings from his father, but adored cats and dogs too. Turned another good story into another bad poem. Got his verbal garbage published because he never apologized for the scumbag that he was, which appealed to hard-working schmucks living a lowbrow kind of life, even though they knew that he loved Bach and didn't listen to jazz. Charles Bukowski wrote about going to the track, losing all his cash, smoking and drinking way too much, wrote about cheating on his woman, called her whore and bitch, and called himself a dog, called himself a taxi, woke up in tenements, wrote about immigrants,